Welcome to Meghan Markle's debacles, where the royal circus never leaves town and the Sussex sideshow always steals the spotlight. If there's drama, I'm on it. Hi, and welcome back again. Do we have a few little debacles to chat about? You know, when Meghan called her stupid podcast Confessions of a Female Founder, did she really look into the word? Did she really study what that word meant? I mean, there's a couple of definitions. One clearly is someone who starts something, like a company, etc., a CEO. But also, a founder is someone who starts something and then fails. See, if you use the word as a verb, founder literally means to sink. Figuratively, it's to collapse or fail completely. Why the hell did she use that name? Well, I don't know about you, but I thought about it. And I thought about it. She needs to fail. I've said it continuously all along that Meghan Markle is building herself up on failures on purpose. See, this is all content for her. What does that mean? It means the more she fails, the more she thinks she's going to succeed in the future. If she says this company of hers, as ever, has failed, she can then blame the royal family. I put out my jams and my jams weren't good enough as the king's jams. I put out my honey. The honey wasn't good enough as the king's. I was getting slammed here. I was getting slammed there. It's always their fault. It's the royals' fault. It's the palace's fault. It's the bees' fault. It's the sky's fault. She needs content. She needs to constantly fail. And as a track record, you can see that she's building content, whether it's for another Oprah interview, as a, oh my God, I failed because of the royal family. There was so much success there on the first day. I was sold out in 5 minutes, 45 minutes, 65 minutes. She doesn't even know how many minutes. But because of the royal family, I failed. And that's content for her. It's maintaining the victim mentality. She cannot get past that. Meghan Markle has created her whole life on becoming a victim. If you go back to her childhood, I could probably guarantee, I don't have no evidence of it, but she probably played the victim with her mum against her dad and her dad against her mum. Victim at school. I'm white. Oh, I'm Caucasian. I can't be black. Oh, no, 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 no. When I get in the royal family, oh, I'm a woman of colour. I'm a victim. You're all racist. And it continued and continued and continued. They won't give me a part in Hollywood because she's shit. But she probably would have called them racist if she had the opportunity. It's never her fault. Nothing is ever Meghan Markle's fault. So she has to continually fail to gain sympathy and to put blame on others. Therefore, continually playing the victim. You watch her put some content out later, as in a book, a movie, more Netflix crap, how the royal family ruined my life. That's what she's playing at. Because even what she wears, you can't tell me, and that's the other thing, apparently she's going into fashion next. As ever might just tick off into the Neverland, and she's apparently going into fashion. What the hell is that about? Have you seen the way this woman dresses? And again, I've said it all along. She dresses that way because it keeps her in the tabloids, keeps people talking continuously. She does it on purpose because quite honestly, a woman of her age would know how to dress for her shape, her figure. She couldn't even wear a baby bump properly. She did that on purpose. She made sure that you noticed that it was a baby bump, because that's content for her for later to keep her very wealthy. The more hate she gets, the better it is. And this follows through with the Markles. Because if you really think about it, it doesn't matter about all their contradictions in their interviews as such, because there's many. We all know there's many things that they've said that they shouldn't have said. We know that there's things that they've contradicted with one another. But the more they're hated, the better it is, because that's what's going to make them wealthy in the end. Her failures will make them wealthy in the end, because one thing they've maintained along the way is that she's a fraud and she's a liar. So when all this comes out about the children, because we're building up for something, have a look at the pattern. Her stupid crime scene board of pretending to be a family and these are my children. I feel sorry for those children. I've always said it. They are my concern for their mental health well-being. But suddenly now in these podcasts, which maybe she created just to throw things in there about pregnancy and children, because it's only recently, after 6 years and obviously being pregnant for 9 months, allegedly, she's only mentioned stuff about pregnancy now. So what are we building up here? What kind of case is she building up? What is coming very soon? Because she will put the blame on the royal family. Everybody knows that. You don't have to be Einstein to figure that out. But what I'm saying is they're all building an empire on hate. She fails. The truth comes out about the pregnancies and the children. Who's going to get all the attention? It's the Markles, because they'll go, you were right. You said she's a liar and she's a fraud. You have always said that. They're going to get the book deals. They're going to get the interviews. Meghan will get the interviews too, because they'll want to know, how did we get to this point? So it doesn't matter how you flip it, spin it, shake it, bake it. They're all actually winning on hate. It's kind of mind-boggling when you think about it. And also in her last podcast, she said something to the kind of hinted that she kept the name Lilibet close to her heart. When you have a name, don't tell anybody until you're about to name that child. She literally confessed to the world, the way I see it, that they did not go to the Queen and ask to use her pet name. How much hurt did they really put on our Queen that we don't know about? Because remember, we're only getting bits and pieces. We're only fed a little bit like pigeons and seagulls. Here's a bit of bread, here's a chip. Just enough to keep us going and interested. How much hurt did Harry and Meghan create for the Queen behind closed doors that we don't know about? I mean, even in this article, she says, you know, she doesn't even know how to present herself in a CV, because she doesn't know how to write her own CV, because she's worn many hats. Oh, yeah, many hats. But she could not wear a hat for the Queen. If she disrespected the late Queen, from what we can see, and the dribs and drabs we've been fed, what did she do behind closed doors? Because this is absolutely appalling her behaviour all along. I could probably bet that something is coming out about these children quite soon. I don't know what, but something tells me we're building up to something, because she's being very focused on saying things about her pregnancies. She's had opportunities before. There's been many opportunities before, and she said nothing. I'm just wondering if that's because one of the tabloids might have some footage or some proof. Maybe there's a little bit of blackmailing going on. Daily Mail's never reported on it. She hasn't spoken anything about her pregnancies this whole, including the 9 months, say nearly close to 7 years. But now she's had preeclampsia. She put on 65 pounds with both of the children, not 65 pounds and 3 ounces. 65 pounds exactly, to the T. We know it's all bullshit, but why are they feeding this bullshit all of a sudden? Why are they focusing on the bullshit all of a sudden? Do you think that big baby bump on her crime scene board there, do you not think that she would have known that people are going to pick up that that is a fake baby bump? She would have known that. She would have wanted people to focus on that, because again, that creates her story, her narrative, what she's going to come out with. Oh, I couldn't have a baby. They made me pretend. And this other woman carried it because they didn't want a black baby in the family. Well, that is really going to contradict the fact that someone asked what colour of the baby's going to be. Or with that, is she going to say, oh, we weren't allowed to tell a soul? What an absolute screwed up story this is. Like, seriously? She didn't ask the Queen to use the name Lilibet. They did not get that permission. That's how I heard it. That's how I'm interpreting it. How do you take what she said? What's your opinion on it? Why is she suddenly talking about children? Carrying those children. I mean, she has spoken about the children, little bits and pieces, and had them in a little bit of the Netflix and obviously on Instagram. Why is she specifically talking about pregnancy or pregnancies? There's got to be a reason. With Meghan Markle, nothing she does is without a reason with her. You've got to really analyse what she puts out there and think what she's thinking streets ahead, because she's already got a plan, just like she planned how to get Harry, just like how she planned to get Harry out of the firm. A very cunning, conniving person, this one. Anyhow, that's enough from me. I hope you're all well. Keep smiling. Let me know what you guys think. Meghan Markle is up to something big. That's just my opinion. Bye for now. Chat soon.